In this clip, we're going to look at a little exercise called cross-country skier. The aim of this clip is to target the knees to make sure that the knees are working as they should as a hinge joint, which means going only forward and back, but also to start to loosen out the hip. The hip is a ball and socket joint. It should be able to go round and round. Knees a hinge joint. It's only designed to go forward and back. Okay. Quite commonly what I see with people, especially when they first start, is when they turn the hips, the knees shear in and out, which is okay if you're one of that percentage of the population. It's never going to cause an issue to, but for most of us over time, that'll not be great for our knees. So we want to learn how each part of the body works in its optimum way. And then later we can break those rules. But for now, we have to make the rules. All right. So sit into your stance, feet parallel, hips relaxed, knees relaxed, ankles relaxed. From here, what we're going to look at is we're just going to look at one knee going forward over the toe, one knee coming back so it's locking straight. We want to pay attention to the balance in our feet. Okay. So we've probably already looked at the video that talks about how the weight should be distributed in your feet. It should be even down the outside of your feet, into the tip of each toe, in the balls of your feet, and also at the heel, so that the arch of your foot stays empty. Okay, so if you notice here, when I move my knee in, you'll see how the foot moves. All right, so pay attention to your feet with this. Now I want my knee forward, knee back. Knee forward, knee back. And just getting used to that. Try to notice if the weight's changing. All right. So you'll notice if I turn side on. When I do this, one knee forward, one knee back. The knee can pass the toe as long as it's going the same direction as the toe's pointing. At the moment, I'm locking my leg in straight, but over time you don't have to. Now change. All right, because sometimes what's right at one level is wrong at another, but that's all right for now. We're just learning. So as I get this, quite often people will only have this in the legs. I want you to try and lengthen the movement. So when you get your knee back, imagine that someone's trying to grab something from your hip and just pop the hip back a little bit. Most of us have the room to do this. All right, so we go here and we just try and pop the hip back a little. Pop the hip back a little. And work that motion. As I get used to it, I want to keep my head steady, stable. Excellent. As I start to adjust those knees, I can start to focus more on this loosening of the hip, or the kwa, as we call it in Chinese martial arts. But now I want to add the hands into it. Okay, so from here, as my knee goes forward, I'm going to lift my arm from the wrist. So my wrist is going to go up first, the elbow is going to be pulled up, and the shoulder is also going to activate slightly, but not come out of its socket. So as my knee goes forward, wrist comes up. As my knee comes back, I'm going to relax my shoulder, elbow, wrist. So if you've ever seen the original Karate Kid, it's a bit like painting a fence. Except instead of just doing it on the spot, I'm using my hips and I'm going forward and back. All right. So when I'm doing this, I use both hands. And we pretty quickly lose this exercise. This exercise is really just to help teach the knees to go forward and back. Later on it becomes where you turn, but if you start with that and you don't already have good mechanics through the knee, you'll suck at it. Feels a bit awkward to start with, but really important little exercise.